Hello guys, welcome to this video tutorial. This is Victor Isah here, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how I created this church flyer design from the scratch. This amazing church flyer design from the scratch. All right, so this is an amazing church flyer design and I made it with my smartphone. You can see all the resources right here. This is everything right here. Everything I used, all the elements are right here. Okay, so I'm just going to show you right now how I created this amazing design with my smartphone. If you are new here, kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification icon so that you can get notified the next time I post new videos such as this. I post tutorial videos more often than you can imagine. All right, so please turn on the notification bell and make sure you hit the subscribe button. Okay, without any further ado, let's head straight into the design. All right, so for a start, I'm going to click on this default. All right, default. Okay, so click on default and then the design is gone. So let me delete this text. All right, so I'm using Pixellab Pro, or the modded version, the mod version of Pixellab. All right, but if you are using the normal version, it's still the same thing. It's still the same thing, just a little difference here and there. All right, there is no much difference, just a little difference here and there. All right, so now let's click on import. So for us to click on import, you're going to click on the shape icon right here. All right, and then click on this import. Okay, so click on it and then it's going to come up, and then we're going to import everything we used, all the elements we used. We used this. Okay, we used this. All right, yes, we also used these. We're going to import everything we used. Yes, those are the three images of those pictures of the ministers, and then we used this mountain is also an element that was used. Okay, you're going to import everything. Not to worry, I'm going to make the elements available, the resources available for you to replicate the design if you wish to. All right, and then we use this one as well, and which other one? The final one, the dove. Yes. All right, so these are the resources that we use. So I'm just going to hide all of them right now by clicking on the eye icon, this eyes icon, to hide on them. For you to see these layers that are here, you click on this icon up here. All right, for you to see the layers, and then to hide, you begin to click on each of them to hide the ones that you're not ready to use. All right, so I'm going to hide them but leave the background here. All right, yes, so you're just going to fit in the background. Let's crop this background to a perfect square. Yeah, yes, I think we are good. No, perfect square. Yes, I think we are good now. Okay, good. So just centralize it. Let me see, reduce the size. Let's make it 100 and see what we'll get. Okay, and then you lock it so that it won't move. Once you click on this key icon, it's going to lock, and even if you try to move it, it can't move. All right, good. Then the next thing is to go over, let's import a reference image. Let's import the reference image, since that is what we'll be using to good. So let's import the reference image, make it 100 by 100, and then you do that. All right, so the next thing is to bring out these ministers, the picture of the imaginary or fictional ministers. All right, so you just go over, let's crop it, let's crop. All right, yes, click on OK, and then this one as well, you can also crop it, and then you click on OK as well. If you wish, you can crop it to your desired size. All right, yes, please, if you are new here, kindly hit the subscribe button. Even as you are learning, kindly hit the subscribe button, and also try to turn on the notification icon so that the next time I post new videos, you will be notified. Okay, yes, make sure the sizes of the images, make sure they look alike, even if not exactly the same. Just make sure you do something that looks like it. All right, and make sure the head, you see this head, now I'm using the grid lines. This is the grid lines right here. Grid line, once you click on that, the grid lines will come out, and then I'm using it to align the head. All right, so that the head will be at the same position. Okay, let it be touching the top a little bit, the top of the line of the grid line a little bit. Yes, good. So I'm going to group them right now. I'm going to group them. This is it. Once you want to group, this is what you do. You click on this layer icon right here. Okay, click on it, and then the layers will come out, and then you come over here and click on this. That one will help you to select more than one layer or more than one element. Okay, so click on it, and then you will tick the boxes. All right, any of the layers you want to merge together, you tick the boxes. All right, so I'm just going to tick 1 2 3. All right, and then you come over down here, that one in the middle there, that icon right there, and then is used for grouping or merging, however you want to call it. It said, are you sure you want to merge the selected object? You click on OK, and then they are merged together. All right, so they are meshed together right now. What we're going to do next is come over to crop tool and then crop it to the same size. Good. All right, we've merged and we've cropped, and then you can now hide your grid line. Good, there you go. So let's unveil our reference image now. Let's see. Good. So hide the reference image once again. Then the next thing we are going to do is to put a shape right here. Okay, put one shape right here to cover off some things, and also to add yes, so you are going to curve the edges just a little. 5 is okay. All right, so now click on this to centralize, but I think I want to move it to the right hand side a little bit. Okay, just move it however you want to move it. All right, that is that. And the next thing we are going to do is to import an image, or a shape rather. This is it. Click on your shape tool to get a shape. All right, watch closely what I'm about to do right now. You're going to learn something new right here. All right, click on that shape tool to get your shape, and then you now click on shapes. All right, click on it, and then you can resize it to fit any size you want. Okay, so you can resize it to fit the size you want. All right, and then you scroll over to color. Please, once you are still working around this shape, don't mark it, don't click on this mark. All right, keep working around this shape tool before you mark. Once you are done with what I'm about to do now, that is when you mark it. All right, come over to color. You see fill color, come over there and then click on gradient. All right, click on gradient, and then you come over and click on this. Now why it's here is because that was the color I used before. This is how you're going to do. If it's not there, just click on this plus button here, click on it, and then you come over. I think it's even too light, I want to make it darker, so come over, click on that bar. All right, click on it, and then come over and click on this color here, click on it, and then I want to make it a little bit darker. It's too light. Is that so? Yes, that's cool. So that is what I'm going to use right here. So increase it. Now we are good. You can now duplicate, all right, by clicking on copy. All right, make it 2. I want to make it 2 for it to cover that side very well. And then you can now lock it, and then order this particular shape to front. Good. So I think I don't like it. I don't like the shadow, is too much. I'm still going to come over to edit. It's affecting the face. It's affecting the face of these ministers. Is that right? So I'm going to click on it and then click on edit. Oh no, let's do that again. Bring it down. Don't allow it to be too much. to the face of the image. Okay, gradient this. Yes, I don't want it to be too much. I don't want it to affect the face. I don't want it to cover the face, making it too invisible. All right, so now order this to front. Lock. All right, so that is that is the color we use. Let me show you the color we use, the color code we used for that. Okay, there is it right here. So there is it. Just come over and then go to color, or go to edit rather. Edit. Oh my god. All right, so just go to color, turn it on. This is the color here. This is it here. All right, so let me show you the code. You go back to plus, and then this is the code right here. This is the code right here. Let me show you. Look at it. 44C6DA. 44C6DA. All right, so that's the code. You can input the code there by clicking on this. Once you come over, all right, you have turned on the color, then you come over and click on this plus icon. You have clicked on it, and then you will come over and click on this pen tool. All right, you have clicked on it, and then you now come over and edit. All right, and put it in, put your text in, and make sure if you edited anything, make sure you always click the mark, this mark icon, this one here. All right, before you click on OK. Make sure you click on this first before you click on OK. All right, so that is that. Good. So what's the next thing we are going to do? We are just going to go over. We're going to go over and what else? The overflow. All right, let's write our overflow now. Come to text tool, this letter A there, click on it, and then edit text, overflow. All right, type the overflow right there. Increase the size. What font did I use? Come over to font. If you are using this Pixellab modded version, you will see the font. The font is there. It's right here. I'm going to show you the font. There is it. Dagestan. All right, Dagestan. All right, click on it, and then that is the font right there. Okay, yes. All right, hide this reference image once again. Okay, now we can rotate it. I rotated it -2. Yes, and then reduce the line spacing, sorry, not the line spacing, but the spacing in between the letters. Come over here, reduce it. I want it to be closer to each other. Okay, I think -1 is okay. And then if you look at it very well, you discover that there is some color combo there and some effect. All right, this is what I did. All right, let me show you right now. Click on the text, that overflow. Come over to texture. All right, click on texture. Look at it, this texture. All right, so click on texture, and then come over and click on this image icon. All right, click on it, and then you take it to your gallery, and then you just go over. This is the image. I'll make the image available. All right, and then you scroll it down, you crop it down here. Click on OK. You see that is it. And then you come over and enable maintain ratio. This maintain ratio, enable it. Good. All right, so that was what we did. Good, that was what we did. All right, you see that is how we achieved that particular thing. All right, then the next thing we are going to do right now is to simply type in D. All right, you can use any font of your choice when you are replicating. If you want to design, you can just use any font of your choice. It mustn't be the exact font that I used. Okay, you can use any font of your choice. All right, what font did I use for D? Okay, so we just pick this one. If you look at this font very well, you discover that some part of this T, the letter T, some part is cut off. Look at it. Can you see that side, this side of that letter T, some part is cut off. It's not a perfect curve. So this is what we are going to do. Click on it, and then you come over to padding. This is it, padding. All right, click on padding. This is your left hand side, so you are going to increase the left padding. Increase it, until you see that? You see what I'm trying to show you? That is it. So it's okay now. You can just simply reduce the size, bring it over here, and give it black color. That's the black color we used. Black color, although not entirely black, but close to black color. Yeah, not 100% black. Okay, good. So that is that. And then this font is even nice. All right, then the next is to put up Christ-centered ministry. All right, text Christ-centered ministry. All right, click on OK, reduce the size, bring it up there, give it color black, perfect black, total black 000. Look at the code for color black. This is it, 000. So you can simply click on this thing, that icon there, and then type in 000. You can see it. All right, so that is it. Okay, good. And then you can go over and select the font that you want to use. Come over to font and select the font you would want to use. Which font should we use? Okay, I think that's fine. This is fine now. So you can just go over and use and click on this spacing. All right, click on spacing and then increase it, increase the spacing. Let's make it 30. Is that 30? 30, yeah. So you can just do that. You can reduce the size and still increase the spacing if you wish. All right, I'm just showing you patterns. I'm not saying you should do exactly the same thing, but this is how we do this. All right, so I'm forgetting something. Let me see what I'm forgetting now. The mountain. Yeah, this mountain here. So I'm going to make the elements available, the resources, everything. I'm going to make them available. So this is what I did. You see that this mountain has a sharp edge. All right, it has a sharp edge. Look at it. This place, it has a sharp edge. Okay, so I'm going to use eraser. All right, eraser. This is your eraser tool. All right, click on it and then come over, increase this side. Okay, and then also increase this side a little bit. You see that? And then you can now erase that sharp edge so that it won't look sharp on the design. All right, it will fade in. You see that, right? So click on OK. You see that it has faded into that. So you can now order to back. You can move it. Click and hold those 8 dots there. Click and hold it down and then move it a little bit over the background. Good, that's fine. Then you come over to opacity. You see that opacity? Click on it and then reduce it. Perfect. We can make it 20. All right, we are good to go, right? Yes, we are good to go. We are good to go. All right, the next thing, let's lock it so that it won't be moving. The next one is the dove. All right, so you are going to reduce the size of that dove. Okay, you are still going to hold those 8 dots and move it down. Move down. Put it there. Good. That is behind the images of the minister. So, and then use your transparency tool. All right, come over to transparency and then reduce it a little bit. Okay, let's make it 80. No, let's make it 70. I think I used 70. Click on it and then we are almost done, right? We are almost done. Okay, if you look at the image of the pastors, you discover that the effect is not the same. All right, so this is what we did. Come over to color filter after selecting this. All right, come back to color filters, increase to, let's say, no, reduce rather to -10, and then saturation, reduce it. You see that is already looking like it. And then brightness, reduce it, and then contrast, increase it a little. All right, so that's it. We have filters 10, saturation 10, brightness 5, and then contrast 5. Okay, so we are good. The next thing is to type in the names of the pastors. You can use any name of your choice, okay? For the name I used, let me just type the name I used. Come over to font, and then Pastor, I can't even remember the names I used. Pastor John Akura, I think, is the host. Click on OK, and then come over to alignment. All right, just click on align. Click on this align. All right, click on it, and then use center. This particular one, center alignment. Click on it. So whatever you write will be at the center. At the center. All right. So the next thing is the font. You can use any font of your choice. As I've earlier said, you mustn't use the exact font I used. All right, you mustn't use that exact font that I used. You can use any font of your choice. Let's go look for another font. Okay, you can use any of these fonts right here. Anyone that makes sense to you, you can use. You can choose your fonts on your phone, any of the fonts that you like. Oh, okay. Can use any font. All right, so I've selected the one I want to use. So you can select any font of your choice to use. All right, so if you check vividly, you discover that the white text is not showing there. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do that so that the white text will show. I added some shadow around that side. All right, so the next thing, well, before that, let's just type in the names first. The next thing is to write the name of this person to Apostle James. I can't remember the name I used, but any name that comes to my brain, I'm going to input it there. All right, good, we are good. And then the last one is a Prophet Dan Elijah. Prophet Dan Elijah. I think it's a guest too. Yeah, it's a guest. Good. So we can reduce the size a little bit. Let's make it 15. Size 15. Size 15. Okay. And then come over down there. Good. So the next thing is to type in the name of the church. Christ Centered Ministry, number 24. You can type in any address of your choice. It's not a real church, so opposite. All right, GT Bank, Ikeja, Lagos State. Good. So we are good like that. You just bring it over here. Increase the size of this a little bit, and then color is black. Good. So that is just perfect. And then the next thing we are going to do is to add these two circles by the side. All right, those two circles by the side. Color gradient is the color gradient I use. Look at it. That's it. So this is the color gradient I used. I choose this second gradient pattern. All right, no, sorry, the third gradient pattern. The third one, that third gradient pattern, that is the one I choose. So I choose that, and then you select on this first one. This is the color code. I've already shown you how to check color code. This is it. And then the second one, this is the color code. All right, so that is that. But I moved this first one forward a little. and then that was how we got that. Click on OK, and then you drag it down here. Can increase the size a little bit, and then copy as well. Sorry, you can now move it. Oh, you can move it down and then move it to this side as well. Good. Now increase the size of this one a little bit. All right, fine. Now we are good. All right, so the next thing is to write the dates and the time. Just go over date, Sunday, October 24th. So Sunday, October 24th. Okay. Now move this one here. Reduce the line spacing between it, and then color is white. Good. Color is white. You can increase the size a little bit for it to be very visible. Okay, duplicate it as well, and then move it down and edit it. 8 a.m. okay, 8 a.m. West African time. All right, good. So you can move it over, increase the size, let's say 18. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. So now I'm going to hide the reference image. I think we're almost done now. What else have we not added? Yes, the shadows for the name to be very visible. All right, let's add the shadows now. All we need to do is come over. Let's just hide this. Come over to shape tool. See your shape tool here, and then click on stickers. See your stickers here. Click on it, and then it's going to appear this way. All right, there's something here. All right, there is something here. Okay, so what you're going to do so that this thing will not disappear, so that this sticker will not disappear, is to just click out. Don't click on this mark. This mark icon here. Don't click on it. Just click elsewhere. Click out on this in any place here, any space around here. All right, so click out, and then this thing is still there. All right, but if you had clicked on that mark, it won't be there again. It will disappear. So that is how we add shadow. You see that there is a shadow there. You can see that effect. So you can come over to color, give it color. You see that, right? So you now give it this blue color. I showed you the text, the color code earlier. This is the color code. Click on it. There is it. That is the color code there. All right, so you just go over and give it that. Okay, you can copy it, drag it back there, copy again, drag it back there, copy again, drag it back there. Okay, I think that's fine. Now copy this one, bring it to the middle, copy again to the middle, copy again to the middle, and then that's fine there. The middle is fine. Copy again, bring it to this side, copy to this side, copy to this side, to the right hand side, copy again and bring it there. All right, so that's fine. So I can group all of them now together, all the shadows together, or the flare effect together. And then, as I told you earlier, how to merge, you just click on that merge and then click on OK. Click on OK, and it has merged everything together. All right, so what you're going to do is just to move it back, move everything back, so that it won't be covering anything aside the picture. No, not the back of the picture. Now move it to the good. You see that? So now you can now move it down a little bit. You see that the names are now visible. You can still make it a little bit darker. So that the names will be much more visible. You see that? So that is how to add that. So now we are done with this design. All right, so you can go ahead and replicate the design and make sure you do something nice, and I believe you learned something from this video tutorial. If you did, kindly help this channel by subscribing to this YouTube channel and turn on the bell notification icon so that you can get notified the next time I post new videos such as this. Thank you so much for staying around till now. I still remain your teacher, Victor Isah. Do have a wonderful time. Bye.